Great morning, business owners and managers. Wes Walters here, and welcome to another awesome episode of CX in the Morning, customer experience in the morning. On every single CX in the morning, I bless you with customer service tips, customer experience tricks, and I leave you with gems. And if you've been listening long enough, you know when I say gems, I mean actionable takeaways that you can implement at the speed of now. Immediately after this broadcast, you'll be able to take what you've learned, implementing it into your business, making you and your business better. And who doesn't want to be better? Happy Wednesday. How is everyone doing? Take a wig of the coconut water. How's everyone doing? So it's half of the week, Wednesday, hump day. So if all things are correct, you should be halfway through your goals. And if you're not, then you have to double up for the remainder of the week. Now, normally, the shows are about me highlighting degenerate behavior from the business's point of view, where, hey, the business has dropped the ball with poor customer service. The business has dropped the ball with somewhere in their customer journey. And it's normally from the business's point of view, because my ideal avatar or the show is designed for business owners and managers. However, this time we're going to highlight the degenerate behavior from the customer's point of view. And not from the customer's point of view, but in other words, the person that dropped the ball is actually the customer here. And we're going to show you how you, as a business owner or manager, how you can deal with unruly customers. And I know we live in a very politically correct time where you don't want to be found as discriminating against a particular race, a sex, or a subgroup. But there's something called the right to refuse service, and you can exercise that option as a business owner or manager whenever you choose to. So this clip comes from it's just so it's on Instagram, and the clip is about I don't want to even say a gentleman, a child in a man's body, just taking advantage of something that was put in place and just abusing it. It's a perfect example of how one person can ruin it for everyone. So I'm gonna let you see the clip.
Thank you very much. Oh well. Can I have more lobster or not?
You can have more lobster once you've completed these, sir.
I have to eat all this first. To be clear, the rules are that I have to finish a plate before I go back to the buffet.
For the lobsters, yes. We have a sign right over there.
It says one per plate.
Yes.
It doesn't say you have to eat the plate before you come back, though.
What was that?
I wasn't even talking to you. Who are you? Who are you? I wasn't talking to you.
Sir, will you just please?
The casino who be taking all y'all money has a problem with me taking some lobster, all you can eat. Stop playing with me. So I'm here at the Palms in Vegas trying to put y'all on to the good spots. You know what I'm saying? And the manager comes over to my table like, excuse me, are you going to eat all that? The rule said 1 piece per plate. So that's exactly what I was doing. I would get 1 piece, take it back to my table, and then go back and get another piece. Hey, listen, after all that, I ain't even going to hold y'all. That lobster was busting. The butter has some seasoning and only $80 too? This deal is definitely worth it. But the way that they treated me made me want to leave immediately.
You're not supposed to be back here. You're not supposed to be back here. You're not supposed to be back here, please.
Appreciate you, boss. Appreciate that.
So there you have it. There you have it. So at the end, this is something I didn't even pick up. At the end, he turned into victim mode. He is like, how they treated me. And, this type of behavior, first of all, let me, disclaimer, because, we all going to have everyone always jumps in the DM, or he doesn't speak for all black men. No, so I'm not speaking on behalf of all black men. I'm not speaking on behalf of all black men in Atlanta, all black men east of the Mississippi. I'm speaking for Wes, and I'm speaking for business owners who I serve. So I watched the clip last night and I didn't realize that I missed that at the end, you know, where he turned into victim. He says, how they treated me. Not to totally over just forgetting that, you know, he wasted all that food and he made a buffoonery of himself. I mean, it's just the bulging, stepping, fetching eyes, all that nonsense. And, you know, as a black man, it's very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing to see a grown man acting like that. And this will not stop unless these platforms stop rewarding this behavior. Like they will do anything to go viral, for likes. And, you know, I'm thinking of the woman that's in his life who is submitting to his leadership, first of all. And secondly, if he's a father, the kids that are looking up to him and saying, yes, this is my dad, and I'm so proud of him. That's where I am. Even before we start talking about business, I'm thinking about, hey, if there's a woman in his life that's submitting to him, to that, how low must she be? How low can her self-esteem be for her to submit to that leadership? And secondly, if he has kids, his kids are looking at this buffoonery and saying, yes, that is my hero. Imagine his daughter looking up, that's my hero. He is the example of the man that I want to marry when I grow up. That's where I'm stopping even before we start talking about business. Because now when I go in there, even if I'm suited and booted in a suit with a tie, cufflinks, you know, they paint with a broad brush. They're going to be like, you're just like the black man and we're both bald-headed, right? You're just like the black guy who was here before you. Sadly, now this is a very uncomfortable conversation, but it has to be had. All of the black men that come after him will be given the side eye because this one fool acted like a child, not taking into consideration that those lobsters that he wasted could have fed all of the people in most of the people in not all, but a lot of the people in Vegas on the strip that are starving. Vegas has a big homeless population, and he's just dumping food in there in the trash just to make his video. And then at the end turns into a victim. How they treated me. Let me let you see the clip again, man, because I don't think that one viewing serves justice. Let me let you see the clip again. And I'm gonna possibly pause it during the broadcast so you can understand what I'm seeing. So first of all, look at his plate. He got like 10 lobsters here, 10 lobsters there.
Thank you very much. Oh well.
He dropped one and he's like, oh well, it's waste.
Have more lobster or not?
You can have more lobster once you've completed these, sir.
So the gentleman at the restaurant is very, very patient. Very patient. So kudos to whoever this guy is. Kudos to him for maintaining his composure. And he's like, hey, sir, let's stay calm. You can have other lobsters after you complete these lobsters.
I have to eat all this first. To be clear, the rules are that I have to finish a plate before I go back to the buffet.
So now he's like, well, the rules say I have to finish a plate.
For the lobsters, yes. We have a sign right over there.
It says one per plate.
Yes.
It doesn't say you have to eat the plate before you come back, though.
So now this corny saying it doesn't say you have to finish the plate. Now, any grown adult knows that that's what the sign means, but because he wants to go viral, because he wants more likes, he's making a fool. Trying to get a loophole in the system.
What was that?
I wasn't even talking
I agree. Common sense.
to you. Who are you? Who are you? I wasn't talking to you.
Sir, will you just please?
Again, the employee is like, sir, please. He's trying to kill the situation. He's trying to bring it down. He's like, sir, can you please not make a scene? And here, a woman who's probably would never date a buffoonery, a clown like him, is like, let me take a picture because nobody is going to believe that this grown black man is acting like a fool. So she's like, I have to have evidence. So at this point, he's drawing a crowd. So all these people who spent all that money at Vegas, $80 for a buffet, are being interrupted by this clown.
The casino who be taking all y'all money has a problem.
Look at this. Look at him. Look at him, man.
Problem with me taking some lobster, all you can eat. Stop playing with me. So I'm here.
See
The palm,
the bulging eyes, like he's stepping fetch it. It's so sad, man. It's so sad.
in Vegas trying to put y'all onto the good spots. You know what I'm saying? And the manager comes over to my table like, excuse me, are you gonna eat all that? The rule said 1 piece per plate, so that's exactly what I was doing. I would get 1 piece.
Look at him. This is an adult. This is an adult.
Take it back to my table and then go back and get another piece. Hey, listen, after all that, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. That lobster was busting. The butter has some seasoning in that. Only $80 too?
Look at him. Look at him dancing around like he's a clown,
This
like a
deal
child.
is
You know, I don't be very clear. Anyone who knows me personally knows I have a sense of humor like nothing else. I'm a very funny person. But a long time ago, I got it from my father. My father is a very funny guy. Like, I'm not, if you think I'm funny, my dad is funny. But my dad told me years ago, there's a difference between being a comedian and being a clown. Never be a clown, Wes. So it's okay to be funny. You can be a comedian, but never be a clown. And this guy obviously chooses to be a clown. He crossed the line from being a comedian a long time ago, and now he's a clown. So let's land this plane and deal with some. I'm gonna give you a 6-point. And if you want the PDF of this, just comment 6 points, and I'll definitely get it to you. So this is a 6-point step process in how to de-escalate a unruly employee. Number 1, you stay calm. You want to train your associates to stay calm, which again, the associate at the restaurant, kudos to you, my friend. You did an amazing job in dealing with the clown, where clearly you should have took him to the back of the restaurant and tied him up and whoop him. That's another segment. Wes, are you condoning violence? Yes, I am in these situations, but you remain calm. Thank you. Number 2 is to empathize with the customer, because mental health is a serious issue. Maybe this guy is suffering from a mental health disease that we don't know. So maybe I'm getting ahead of it. I never thought of that. Mental health is a serious issue. Undiagnosed mental health. So in those cases, when you don't know if the person is mentally ill, you empathize with them, which again, this associate did that. Apologize. This associate should be associate of the month, because he has the list before I even. You apologize. Sir, I'm sorry. Sir, you misunderstood the sign. Sir, the rules are. Sir, can you please not make a scene? Even though the restaurant and the restaurant associates did nothing wrong, this associate went above and beyond and apologized. Like, please, sir, please, let's not make a scene. We can work this out together. Number 4. Offer solutions. This is the employee of the month, because this entire list, so kudos, let's see what restaurant it is. So it's at the Palms in Vegas. So kudos to the employee at the Palms in Vegas. Kudos to you. If anyone knows this guy, please at him or tag him. I would love to interview him or his management, because and management, this should be the employee of the month. Definitely the employee of the month, because this guy, in your guys, the protocol of training, he has all of the steps down pat. Number 1, stay calm. Number 2, empathize. Number 3, apologize. Number 4, offer a solution. Number 5, set boundaries. If in this case, the clown didn't get violent, but if the clown had gotten violent or started to use obscenity, that's the boundary. That's where you draw the line. You're not going to risk your safety for a clown. So in this case, it didn't escalate to that level. And the last thing the employee did was walk away. So like, hey, I'm done. This is clearly a clown above my pay grade. I'm done. Now, that's not the end. Of course, the employee should have, at that point, get management. But this is where management comes in. The right to refuse service. You know, sometimes if you go to a gas station, they have a sign that says no shoes, no shirt, no service. That falls under the right to refuse service. The right to refuse service. So it doesn't matter if you're black, you're white, you're green like the Incredible Hulk, or you're blue like Papa Smurf. You can't claim racism if you don't have your shoes on or your shirt on. So in this case, there are other criteria for the right to refuse. And I'm glad you asked. Let's look at them. So the right to refuse covers 4 different categories. Number 1, disruptive behavior. Classic case, this clown, this step and fetcher, this buffoonery, this buffoon. Now, I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. Normally, so again, let me personalize this. Normally on my timeline, what I see, it's normally younger women trying to go viral. Normally, that's what I see. I don't know what the algorithm, again, I'm not saying I'm not pointing shots at women. I'm saying the way the algorithms are for the people I follow, I normally see younger girls trying to, blow up their Instagram or blow up their TikTok. And it's normally younger girls, like young and female. To see an older man doing this, we are literally heading in the wrong direction. If the men are doing this now, we are heading in the wrong, we need an about face immediately. So anyway, disruptive behavior, which this clown exhibited. Second, under the rules of right to refuse, is dress code violation, like I said in the opening. If you don't have shoes, you don't have shirt. If this is a classy restaurant, you cannot come in with a jersey. Some restaurants have no hats, no wife beaters, none of that. So there's a dress code for right to refuse. If you don't dress the part, you can't come in. Number 4, payment issues. I'm not sure how you qualify that, but this is right to refuse. So let me read into that. If the customer has a history of bounced checks, yeah, if you write checks and they're always bouncing, the establishment can say, hey, we don't want you in here, or you have to pay with cash. Right to refuse. So yes, if you have a history of bouncing checks, if you have a history of using your credit card, and then when you get everything, you did, like, especially if you have an American Express. American Express approves everything. So if you have a history of using your American Express, go into a store and then, like say, go to Chicago to shop. You fly to Vegas or LA to shop. Use your American Express, come back to Atlanta, and then say, American Express, that wasn't me, fraud. Yes, if you have a history of doing that, that store can flag your account and say, hey, you're no longer allowed in the store, or you must use cash. And of course, the 4th and final is intoxication. A bar or a restaurant has the right to say, hey, we are not going to serve you because you're drunk, you're falling over. You're going to spoil the environment for everyone else in here. So, of course, intoxication. So again, in review, disruptive behavior, dress code violation, payment issues, and intoxication. So these are the 4 that you can keep in your back pocket at any given time. Use them at your disposal. Business owners and managers, listen up. Forget about all that CCCC talk about discrimination. And look, this is your business. You see, cancel culture has us giving free passes to things 15, 20 years ago when I was growing up. Listen, a random man in the restaurant would have G-checked him and pulled him out. A stranger would have gang up on him, rough him up, throw him out with and make sure, and took his wallet and make sure he paid. 20 years ago, that would have been the issue. That would have been the situation. Now, we live in this cancel culture. Everyone is so politically correct. Like, you just got to watch the clowns take the front stage. You have no option but to just sit back and look at the clowns. So imagine if I was there with my young kids. I have older kids now. But imagine if I was there with my young son, or if I took a young Little League baseball team who just won the championship. I said, you guys are going to get lobster. Anything you want, get. And they're watching another black man who's an adult act like a clown. Imagine what message that sends to the young boys. I'm getting off of business, but let me get back to business. But anyway, as a business owner, again, this is your business. Yes. Yes. This is your business. And you have the right to say what you will allow and not allow in your business. Yes. I want you business owners to start taking back your rights. We do not allow buffoonery in here. If you act like a clown, we will call the cops and have you arrested. All right, so let's land this plane. So again, this stellar employee exhibited all 6 of the de-escalating phases. Stay calm, which he was. Empathize with the customer, because again, some people have undiagnosed mental issues. I don't think this guy has mental issues. He was clearly doing this for views. Offer solutions, set boundaries, and know when to walk away. Kudos to that employee. Let's read some of the comments, because I want to be sure I'm not the one just on my rant. And I'm going to see if you can see the videos. Okay, we effed up when we started rewarding this behavior. That's exactly what I said. Another person said, grown man acting like this goes viral is whack. Another soy boy craving attention. Yes, this is a attention whoring times 10. Like, when I see men attention whoring, like, it gives me eczema. It gives me leprosy, man. Clout chaser. I wonder if this behavior will stop once these platforms stop giving these people content creators. Yes, please. Oh my God. What was the purpose of this video? I agree. So again, most of the people are saying the same thing. Some people know how to ruin a good thing. I'm going to close it with that. Some people definitely know how to ruin a good thing. He has definitely lost money at the casino. And I'm going to play it one more time so that you can see where he violated, where he should be arrested. Managers, this is the point where he should be arrested. Watch.
Put y'all on to the good spots, you know what I'm saying? And the manager comes over to my table like, excuse me, are you gonna eat all that? The rule said 1 piece per plate, so that's exactly what I was doing. I would get 1 piece, take it back to my table, and then go back and get another piece. Hey, listen, after all that, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. That lobster was busting. The butter has some seasoning at only $80 too? This
all right, look at the clown, man.
deal is definitely worth it, but the way that they treated me made me want to leave him.
So now here's the victim. The way they treated me. All right.
Immediately.
You're not supposed to be.
Right here, business owners, right here. He is in a back hallway. Right here, you have the right to call the cops and have him arrested. Right here. And if you listen, you can hear one of the employees saying, sir, you're not supposed to be back here. Listen real carefully.
Be back here. You're not supposed to be back here. You're not supposed to be.
He's literally in the employee section where he's not supposed to be. At this point, you can call the cops and have a matter of fact, at this point, you get the dishwashers and the buses and you give them a tip and you say, hey, wash the dishes with him. That's what would have happened 20 years ago. You see, everybody in most restaurants where I used to work, we would always have a couple of guys who were like dishwashers, and no shame to the dishwashers. The dishwashers are a very important part of the restaurant. If the dishwashers are not there, we don't have clean dishes. So this is not a shade on the dishwashers. All right. So going back to the story, when I was working in restaurants, we would always have like the dishwashers would be someone who came out of prison and, you know, couldn't find a good job. And the manager would probably give him a chance. Be like, hey, listen, I'm going to give you a chance, even though you got a felony. So the dishwashers were kind of rough on the, they had a rough side. And in this situation 20 years ago, if I was working at Red Lobster, I used to work at Red Lobster, we would have said, dishwasher, here's a $50 tip. Do what you want with him. And he would have been mopping the floors with him. No, we would have had him on the floor, mopping the floor with him. 20 years ago, that would have been the reality. Now, he's walking in the back hallway where he's not supposed to be and throwing away money, just throwing money. Look at all this lobster he's throwing away money. At this point, if an employee, if an associate ever gets to the back hallway where they're not supposed to be, you have every right to call the authorities. All right? So that's that. Thank you for tuning into another awesome episode of CX in the Morning, Customer Experience in the Morning. Please implement what you heard this morning. And if you want the list, just comment list, and I will definitely get it to you in a PDF form. All right? You guys be great and have an amazing rest of the day.